reaches of outer space, on this dark, uncharted planet, a meeting is taking place. Present are the most treacherous and evil enemies of the galaxy. Metalis, Spider-Woman, Creature King, Brock, Zorak, and Moltar. Their purpose, to form the powerful Council of Doom.
Then it is agreed. We vow the complete and final destruction of our mortal enemy, Space Ghost.
Agreed.
Even now, our scanning devices are tracking every movement of Space Ghost as he returns to Ghost Planet.
Metalis, you will be the first to attack.
Yes, Creature King. At this very moment, my armada of super robot rockets are poised to strike. And now my super metal horde will attack.
What in blazes could it be, Space Ghost?
It's Metalis's fleet of super robots.
That's right, Space Ghost. And they're coming to destroy you once and for all.
Quick, Jace, activate the Force Dome.
Roger, Space Ghost. Look, it's a boar robot.
We've got to get out of here fast. We haven't a second to spare.
The thing's right on our tail, Space Ghost.
Jace, keep the ghost ship on full power. I've got to go out and stop it.
Right, Space Ghost.
My heat intensifier ray should do the job.
Freeze, robots! Attack the ghost ship!
We're caught in a freeze ray.
And look what's coming!
Let's jet out of here. Hit your invisi buttons and follow me. There's Metalis's cruiser. We've got to find a way in.
So, those space twins are using their invisi power. But I will use them to bring Space Ghost crawling to me on his knees.
Jan, look out!
Space Ghost, surrender!
Never.
Perhaps this will change your mind.
Jan, Jace. All right, Metalis, you win.
Don't do it, Space Ghost!
I'm sorry, Jan. I can't risk your getting hurt.
A wise choice, Space Ghost. And now for your final flight, Space Ghost.
There's not much time. If I could only activate my power bands. Blip. Good boy. Quick, activate my power bands. Now to blast our way out of here. Let's go, Blip.
And that's the end of your Space Ghost.
You're wrong, Metalis.
Space Ghost!
You're all right!
But not for long.
Jace, Jan, come on, let's get out of here.
Look, Space Ghost! Metalis's robots!
That explosion, it must have caused them to home in on his own cruiser.
Metalis!
I wouldn't be too sure. He always manages to survive somehow. Now let's see how serious the ghost ship was damaged. I'm afraid it's pretty bad. We'll have to stay on this planet until we can complete the repairs.
Excellent. It is my planet they have chosen to land on. Now I will have the pleasure of doing away with Space Ghost. Watch!
Space Ghost, look!
We're trapped. We can't get out. Is this the end of Space Ghost? Has the Creature King delivered him into the claws of doom? See the next exciting episode and find out. In our last episode, Space Ghost, with the help of Jan, Jason, Blip, managed to defeat Metalis and his mighty metal horde. However, their ghost ship was damaged in the fight, and they were forced to land on a strange planet for emergency repairs. It is there that Creature King commands a huge and terrifying monster to attack the unsuspecting Space Ghost. We're trapped. We can't get out.
What are we going to do, Space Ghost?
There is nothing you can do, Space Ghost. And now my creature will destroy you once and for all.
Quick, Jace. Switch on the electroshock force field. It's our only chance.
Right, Space Ghost.
You failed, Creature King. They've escaped. Only temporarily, Zorak. I shall return to my planet and show you how quickly my creatures will finish him. How fortunate. Space Ghost is all alone. My sulfur-breathing bats will bring him to me.
Sulfur bats. My sonic vibro ray ought to stop them. Here comes another one. First, my heat ray. Then my sonic ray. 2 down and 1 to go.
Well done, my pets. Now bring Space Ghost to the arena. And now, Space Ghost, you shall have the privilege of fighting all my creatures, but without the aid of your power bands.
I don't see Space Ghost anywhere.
Look, it's Space Ghost. He's been captured by Creature King.
And his animals have him cornered.
And look over there. Creature King has his power bands.
Jace, what are we going to do?
Flip, come back.
Get him, my pets, get him! What?
Blip. And he's got my power bands. Good boy, Blip. My whip ray should tame these creatures.
That creature's got Space Ghost. And he can't use his power bands.
I'll have to risk using the energy forces. I hope it's connected, okay?
Jace, what happened? They've disappeared.
stuff wrong. The energy force created a time warp. I've sent Space Ghost and that creature somewhere back in time.
Someone is in trouble, Todd. We must help him. My turn!
Come, Tug. Now, to the other side of the great mountains with you.
I am Space Ghost of the Galaxies. To whom do I owe my thanks?
I am Mytor, and this is Tog. We are of this village. But what brought you here?
Something called a time warp, caused by the cross of an energy force with a neutron ionizer. I must reverse the process and return to my time zone. Goodbye, and thank you again, Mytor and Tog.
Goodbye.
Space Ghost, you're back!
Yes, Jan, but what happened to Creature King?
I don't know. He just vanished.
Well, we're safe for now, but I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of the Council of Doom.
So, you haven't seen the last of us. Are you and Moltar ready to put your plan into operation, Zorak?
Yes, Spider-Woman. Moltar will send a false distress signal from his planet. And together, we will lure Space Ghost to his doom. Space Ghost is answering the false distress signal. Now to blast him to cosmic dust.
Is this the end for Space Ghost? Has the Council of Doom succeeded in finally destroying our hero? As you remember, the most treacherous and evil enemies of the galaxy met on a dark, uncharted planet to form a powerful Council of Doom, vowed to the complete and final destruction of Space Ghost. Vitalis, followed by Creature King, were the first to strike, but they were no match for Space Ghost and his power rays. However, Zorak and Moltar, sending out a false distress signal from Moltar's planet, managed to lure Space Ghost into a deadly trap in outer space.
Space Ghost has entered our trap. Now to blast him to cosmic dust. And I can't miss at this range. I've destroyed Space Ghost.
Not quite, Zorak.
What?
As you can see, I'm very much alive.
But I blasted your ship into dust.
When that distress signal came from Moltar's planet, I suspected a trap. So I teleprojected a ghost ship ahead. What you destroyed was merely an image.
I'll get you yet, Space Ghost.
Don't bother, Zorak. I'm coming down to get you. After I jettison, switch to Inviso power and stay clear of Zorak's ship.
Right, Space Ghost.
So, Space Ghost thinks he can get me. Well, the Space Hive will stop him. Activate it immediately.
Uh-oh, what's that? A giant space hive. A magno ray. I've got to offset it with my thrust ray. I can't stop it. It's too powerful.
That's right, Space Ghost. And once inside, my killer insects will finish you.
Space Ghost has been pulled inside that space hive.
Come on, Jan. We've got to help him.
Golly, no telling which passage to
And now, Space Ghost, your time has come. Intruders! Well, they won't help Space Ghost this time.
Hey, we're trapped!
Yes, I'm finished for good. And I'm going to jettison you deep into outer space.
Look! A planet! We're going to crash! Look, Top! A space capsule! And there's someone inside!
Help us! We're trapped in here!
Don't worry! Moby Dick the super whale will get you out! Quick, Moby! Break open the space capsule! Now, quick! Into Moby's mouth! He'll take you to the surface!
Thank you, Moby Dick. Come on, Jan, we've got to get back.
And now, Space Ghost, meet your doom.
Space Ghost!
Jace! Jan! Quick, activate my power band. Hurry, take Jan and Blip and get back to the ghost ship.
Right, Space Ghost.
I've got to blast out of here. And put an end to Zorak's space hive. Now to rejoin Jan and Jace.
Well, Zorak?
I put them in the cave, Moltar, and Space Ghost is on his way.
Good. Now return to the Council of Doom. I will take over from here.
No telling where they are. I'll use my Viso-Penetron beam to find them. There they are, deep inside that mountain. I've got to get them out, and fast.
Perfect. In a moment, we will have Space Ghost right where we want him.
Jan, Jace, are you all right?
Space Ghost! Go back! It's a trap!
Too late, Space Ghost. And I've prepared a warm welcome for you. 300,000 degrees more.
Is this to be the end of our heroes? Has Moltar succeeded where the others have failed? Stay tuned for the next exciting episode and find out. In our last episode, the Council of Doom watched eagerly as Space Ghost and the twins were sealed in one of Moltar's mighty ovens.
I've prepared a warm welcome for you, Space Ghost. 300,000 degrees warm. What? Something went wrong.
You forget, Moltar, my power bands are equipped with a freeze field. Stand by to power up. I'm going to blast our way out of here.
You may have escaped my molten oven, Space Ghost, but you'll never escape my molten fire rockets. Now seek and destroy.
Space Ghost, look!
Stand back. I'll take care of those birds. I'll their formation with my scatter ray. And now to finish them with my destructo ray. I'm going in after him. Turn on your inviso power and stay clear.
Roger, Space Ghost.
All right, Moltar, I'm coming in.
Well, my senso-thermal robot should give me just what I need to stop him. Get the ones who travel with Space Ghost.
Jace, look! What are they?
I don't know, Jen, but I'm sure glad they can't see us. They don't have to see us. Their sensors can detect us. Let's jet out of here.
Good, good. They can't escape.
Stand back from that control panel, Moltar.
Don't be too hasty, Space Ghost. Take a look at my viewer.
Jan, Jace.
Yes, Space Ghost. And if you don't surrender, they will be blown into heat vapors.
All right. What do you intend to do with me, Moltar?
You are going to take a long trip, Space Ghost. Take Space Ghost to the planet Amzot. And remember, Space Ghost, if my ship is not back within the hour, your friends are finished.
I'll remember, Moltar.
A strange ship is landing, Xandor.
Yes, Dorno. I think we should find out what brought them to Amzot. Why have you come here? And why are you holding that man prisoner?
Run, or these molten creatures will destroy you.
We must save that man. Tundro, use your energy rocks. Igu, get the other one. Quickly, Zoc.
Thank you, Sandor, and thanks to your animals, the Herculoids. But I must hurry back.
Good luck, Space Ghost.
Ah, my molten rocket returns. With Space Ghost taken care of, I can dispose of my hostages anyway.
Jace, they're going to fire!
Jan, Jace, quick, jet up! Now, let's see if Moltar can stand a little of my heat.
The molten pits are boiling over. I've got to escape.
Fool! Space Ghost has escaped once more!
Maybe so, Spider-Woman. But it is I who will try next. And my arsenal of rays will destroy him for good.
We should reach the ghost ship soon, kids.
Yeah, and it won't be too soon for Blip. He's tired.
Look, a space cyclone.
That's right, Space Ghost. And I control it.
Is this to be the final fate of our heroes? Destroyed by Brock's deadly cyclone? Watch next exciting episode and find out. In our preceding episodes, we have seen the most treacherous and evil enemies of the galaxy form the powerful Council of Doom, whose sole purpose is the complete and final destruction of Space Ghost. Having defeated Metalis, Creature King, Zorak, and Moltar, Space Ghost, along with Jan, Jace, and Blip, now fall prey to the cold and cunning Brock, who greets them with a deadly space cyclone. Look, a space cyclone.
That's right, Space Ghost, and I control it.
Jan, Jace, are you all right?
Yes, Space Ghost, but we can't move.
Neither can I. The centrifugal force has us pinned to the wall. I can't free my arms to use the power band.
Too bad, Space Ghost. But soon you will have no more use for them. Sisto, bring them to the spaceship and place them in the deionization cell. Now turn on the force beams. So, Space Ghost, I finally have you where I want you.
Not quite, Brack. You forget that my arms are no longer pinned down. My power rays will disintegrate your force beams.
Your power rays are useless against my force beams.
We haven't got a chance.
You're so right. And when I pull the switch, my deionization rays will blast you to cosmic dust.
Blip, it's up to you. You've got to reach that force beam switch and turn it off. Be careful, Blip.
And now, Space Ghost, the Council of Doom shall witness your final destruction. What was that?
Quick, dive out. Too late, Brock. Now to take care of you.
Never, Space Ghost.
So, Brock, you too have failed. Well, now it's my turn. Teleport them to my spider lair.
It will be done, Spider-Woman.
There's no escape this time, Brock.
That's right, Space Ghost. There is no escape for you.
Space Ghost, where are we?
It looks like Spider-Woman's lair, Jace.
You're quite right, Space Ghost. This is my lair, and this is your doom.
A handful of seeds, Spider-Woman?
Yes, Space Ghost, but watch them grow.
Space Ghost, what are those things?
Giant spider plants! Quick, take cover! My antimatter ray should take care of this plant. If I can just press my electroshock ray just a little closer.
We should be safe up here.
Help, Space Ghost, help!
Jan! Jace! Hang on!
Thanks, Space Ghost.
That just about finishes the spider plants.
Not quite, Space Ghost. There are many more where they came from.
Look, the whole place is full of them.
There's only one way to stop those things. Bury them. That takes care of the spider plants. And now, to take care of Spider-Woman.
Space Ghost, look! Spider-Woman's escaping. She's heading for Brack's cruiser.
follow them. It's time the Council of Doom and I met, face to face. So, this is the Council of Doom's headquarters. You two wait here. I'm going down after them.
Be careful, Space Ghost.
Look, Space Ghost approaches our planet. Excellent. Since my escape, I have waited for this moment. We could not have planned it better. For even now, our negative transduction ray is ready to blast him into another dimension from which he will never return.
Space Ghost! He's caught in some kind of ray!
Has Space Ghost been cast into another dimension, never to return? Has the Council of Doom finally sealed his fate? Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion in our next episode. As you remember, in our last episode, the Council of Doom unleashed a deadly new weapon, whose rays would blast Space Ghost into another dimension, from which he could never return. What happened? Where am I?
You are in the courtyard of the Sultan of Flame, and you have dared to trespass upon forbidden ground. For this, you shall perish. Behold, my terrible fire demon.
My freeze ray should cool him off.
Your powers are useless against my magic.
Nancy, look! Somebody's in trouble. We've got to help him. Ring time. Shazam!
Save the stranger from the fire demon!
A serpent of fire, young masters? A wave from the icy sea should douse this demon. And for the Sultan of Flame, a giant candle snuffer.
Thank you, mighty genie, and thank your small friends.
'Twas a mere nothing for Shazam.
Then tell me, Shazam, is it possible you can help me back to my own dimension?
For you, it can be done.
He did it. I'm back.
Space Ghost!
I thought the Council of Doom had finished you.
They almost did, Jace, but now it's my turn. I'm going in after them. You three switch to Inviso power and wait here.
Right, Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Somehow he managed to escape the other dimension.
Let him come. For once inside our fortress, his doom will finally be sealed.
My heat ray should put a dent in that armor. Now to find the council chambers. Thomas's robots. And a force field. I'll have to risk going through the force field. I just hope my force field is stronger than theirs. If I'm not mistaken, the Council of Doom should be behind these doors. There's only one way to find out. I'll knock with my battering ram rays.
Space Ghost.
At last, Council of Doom, we meet face to face. I'm going to put an end to your evil once and for all.
We must stop him, Brack. Open fire.
Power beams. Well, let's see how they like my power rays.
Explosions! Space Ghost must be in trouble. Come on, we've got to help him.
Switch to the Magno-Lock beam.
They've locked my ray to theirs. I can't break free.
which leads to the center of our planet. Then this electrode shall draw all the planet's cosmic energy up through the shaft and destroy you. Now, farewell.
Jeez, look! Jace, what are we going to do?
Quick, switch to Invisipower.
That energy mass will be on me in seconds.
Space Ghost!
Jan, Jace, go back.
Not before we free you.
All right, stand back. I've got to use all my power if I'm to stop all their power. Quick, let's get out of here. This planet sounds like it's going to blow.
They're getting away. Stop them!
Space Ghost, the planet!
I guess when the energy mass hit the planet's core, it caused a cosmic explosion. The Council of Doom's own weapon of destruction was their final undoing.
Do you think the Council of Doom got away, Space Ghost?
Blip says if they did, they certainly wouldn't want to face you again.
Well, at least not as long as I have Blip on my side. Now let's head for home.